Hi there, Sean Detzel with the Cryo Advantage here. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out this quick video. I wanted to put this together to highlight some key technical elements that I consistently see businesses miss out on, specifically on your website and how you are showing up in the eyes of the biggest search engine in the world, which is Google. So I wanted to give you an example of somebody that's absolutely doing a really good job and some tweaks that you can make if you haven't already done so with your website. So let's jump into it. So let me start off by saying that I have absolutely no affiliation with this company whatsoever. I was just doing some research. I came across their website and noticed that they've done some really good things from a technical perspective to help them show up in the search results, and they ultimately are showing up at the top of page one, and there's a reason for that. So first and foremost, I'm just going to highlight, a couple of things that they've done here to really give themselves some authority in the eyes of Google. So first and foremost, you can see right here at this tab that I'm highlighting, this is what is called a title tag. This is very important. This is one of the first things that Google looks at, and it actually this is your opportunity to tell Google what it is that you want to show up for. So, very often I see, defaults in here. So whether it's, just home, if that's the home page, your company name, if it's Cryotherapy Miami and you're trying to rank in Miami and that's your company name, well, hey, that's not a bad title tag, but this is an opportunity for you to insert, one, maybe two of your highest targeted keywords, the ones that you're actually going after, what you want to show up for when people are going to Google and searching for, specific services that you offer. So you can see here, they've adjusted this. Obviously, this company is The Cove, but you can see their title tag is Cryotherapy Miami. They're telling Google, we want to show up when somebody searches for Cryotherapy Miami. So this is very simple to adjust on your website. If you haven't done it, think of your keywords that you really want to rank for. That's what your title tag should include. You don't want to stuff a whole bunch of keywords in there, though. You don't want it to be spammy. It's got to flow. It's got to be readable. Google's pretty smart, so they know if you're just trying to do a bunch of keyword stuffing. So that's the first thing I wanted to point out. You can see these guys have done a good job. Another technical aspect that a lot of businesses miss out on their homepage is what's called H tags. So without getting really, really technical, you should have at least one H1 tag per page, and that should be the main subject of your website or of that page that you're on. Just think of it like your chapter heading. That's what that should be. And then you can have, multiple H2 tags that are kind of like subheadings within your page that you're on. But you only want to have one H1 tag, and you want to have at least one H1 tag. So you can see here, looking through their site, it's hard to tell, but using a tool, I can see here, looking at their website, this is their H1 tag, Cryotherapy Miami at The Cove. So this is good because this matches their title tag, and it's telling Google exactly what it is that they want to show up for. And then you can see here's their H2 tags, their subheadings. So they've structurally put this together quite well. So I just wanted to point that out. That is, a well-structured homepage. And, there's a lot of other elements that go into this, but this is just a good example of what you want to be paying attention to structurally, because Google is looking for specific things when it comes to ranking websites. So this is what you really want to be paying attention to. The third thing that I wanted to point out here is one thing that's become much more prevalent over recent years is your SSL certificate. Most websites have this, but surprisingly, I have come across websites that don't have an SSL certificate. And all an SSL certificate is your security. So it's your website will start with HTTPS rather than just HTTP. So you need to make sure that you have an SSL certificate on your website because you're gathering information. So you're gathering contact information typically. That's something that's really important technically, that you have a security certificate installed on your website. So the last thing that I want to just point out, and this isn't so much technical, but this comes back to the conversion aspect. And really, when you get somebody to your website, you want it to serve a purpose. That's to convert people to customers. So you want to make it super easy for them to get in touch with you. So you can see these guys have done a good job. They have a book a cryotherapy session in Miami. They have a button right here that when you click on it, it takes them right to their booking page. Super easy call to action. They could even highlight this even better, but I mean, it is front and center. It's top of fold, which is, above fold, which means you don't have to scroll down to find it. So they've done some really good things on their website here. They have a lot of strong technical elements in place, and ultimately they're being rewarded for it. They are showing up, at the top of the search engines when you're typing, searching for things like Cryotherapy Miami. So these are just some key technical elements that I wanted to point out to you. If you're interested in having an audit done on your website and actually seeing where you stand and what your, technical structure of your website looks like, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to put one together for you and send it off, and you can make those changes and start to see your rankings increase because of it. So hopefully you found this information valuable, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Take care.